Hello, my loves, and welcome to today's Instagram Live. It's been a while since I've been here live with you, and I have something to share that is so present and embodied right now that I could not wait to share it. I want to share with you the difference between nervous system regulation and nervous system capacity expansion in a real life embodied example. So, for example, today I felt a call to come here and be live with you, and out of nowhere, I get this pit in my stomach, this anxiety in my belly. And there were two paths that I could choose from. The first path would be to go regulate myself and don't come here and don't do this live and work on my self-regulation. The other path was showing up and regulating myself as I am showing up. This is like the perfect example of the difference between regulating your nervous system and expanding the capacity of your nervous system to be with the discomfort and to regulate yourself in the discomfort. Do you get what I'm saying? So in these two options, I could have played it safe and not make the video and just do a meditation or do a somatic practice or whatever. Or I could come here and show up and show you a real life example of what it means to expand the capacity of your nervous system. If I had stayed hidden and not come here with you today, my nervous system could have been regulated, but it wouldn't expand. By me showing up here, it is expanding because I'm expanding the capacity that I have to face discomfort and still show up. I know there are many spiritual and conscious entrepreneurs following me, and I know that this is something we all feel from time to time. And let me share this. The times when we have anxiety or fear of showing up or something like that, and we retreat, yes, we can regulate, but we are not expanding. And at least for me, I'm here to expand. And the biggest thing I've learned in the second stage of my spiritual awakening has been that only when I face discomfort, I expand my capacity. And so this is about not waiting for you to feel more regulated, for you to feel better, not waiting for divine timing. This is about showing up as you are with whatever it is that you are feeling and holding the energy and holding yourself in that discomfort. And the more we do this, the more comfortable it becomes. This is also the difference between people who succeed whenever they have a dream or a desire and people who don't. Especially for those of us who want to show up on social media, create your business, scale your business, expand your business, and create a positive impact in the world and be of service to others. We constantly get these tests. And please let me know if you know what I'm talking about. We are constantly, daily being tested through all these challenges which show you, do you hide, do you play small, or do you expand and go bigger? And every single day and every single moment we have these challenges for us to choose from. And our choice determines whether we stay small or whether we rise. And so instead of seeing these challenges or discomfort as something that is pulling us back and not letting us move forward, when we see the actual initiations that expand us to higher levels, we start taking the hints. And instead of playing small, we start playing bigger. This is a difference from the people who succeed and people who don't. Because people who succeed are able to face discomfort and to hold themselves in discomfort of expansion. Because expansion requires discomfort. This is the most basic metaphor of the butterfly coming out of the cocoon, where it's a caterpillar and then it gets really cozy and then it has to get really uncomfortable to expand. Most people, when they face this resistance, they go back to their comfort zones. They go back to what's familiar. They go back into self-regulation by distracting themselves, by postponing, by making excuses, by self-sabotaging. People who succeed, they see these glass ceilings as the very initiations into their next level. It's like when you are playing a video game. Whenever you are ready to go to the other level of the game, you face a bigger challenge. And it's by us facing challenge after challenge after challenge that we start raising our energy and that we start becoming more successful. Because if you cannot hold discomfort, you cannot hold success. People who are winning or succeeding, they are doing so because they have the capacity to face the discomforts that it takes for their expansion. And sometimes, especially on social media, we sometimes only see the highlights of people's lives, but we don't see what it took them to get from where they were to where they are. We don't see the constant evolution, the constant transformation and expansion that they are going through. So this message, I want to bring you this because it's always a choice. It's always a choice that we have every single day and every single moment. Whenever you are faced with a glass ceiling, with resistance, with a challenge, you either get to choose to go self-regulate, and you can self-regulate by watching Netflix, by eating food, by going for a walk or dancing, doing a meditation, a somatic practice, being with friends, whatever. Or you can expand your capacity by showing up, by facing discomfort, by doing the thing even when you don't feel your best. Those are the moments that expand you the most. Because guess what? As soon as I decided to come here live today, my anxiety disappeared. It just disappeared. What would have happened if I had chosen to not show up? I'm telling you this. Maybe I would be more regulated, but in the long term, the anxiety would build up. And why? Because I wasn't doing anything to release it. And therefore it becomes like under the rug and under the rug and under the rug. This is why when we are going through the second stage of our spiritual awakening, we face a lot of discomfort. And a lot of this discomfort is related to our nervous system and us showing up. Because for us to achieve or be the next level version of ourselves, we need to face the discomfort that it takes for our evolution to occur. So each moment you're having a choice to play it safe, to stay comfortable, to stay in the familiarity of your comfort zone, or to get a little uncomfortable, and sometimes a lot uncomfortable. But every time you do it, you feel better. Every time you do it, it becomes less scary. It becomes the new normal. Whenever you reach a plateau and you face that resistance, now you have another plateau. And so we keep like going up the mountain and going up higher levels of evolution. And the people we admire, the people we look up to, the version of ourselves that we admire and look up to, these are the people who are constantly facing discomfort until it becomes more comfortable. And at some point, it's no longer even uncomfortable. It's just normal. Because you have made it normal, because you have expanded your capacity to face discomfort and to still show up. So I felt that this was such a perfect example to share with you today of the difference of only doing self-regulation and of doing capacity expansion. And inside activation, this is the space that I created for people going through the second stage of their spiritual awakening. This is the stage where it's no longer about transcending your body, reaching enlightenment, waiting for divine timing, waiting for signs, waiting to feel good to take action. No. The second stage of your spiritual awakening is not about transcendence. It's about embodiment. It's not about ascension. It's about descension. It's when you ground back into your body. And this is why nervous system work is so important, because when you go through these phases in your spiritual awakening where you are too much out of body and you dissociate from your body into other dimensions and into whatever it is, when you ground back into your body, your nervous system sometimes freaks out because you're not used to facing reality and to being in your body. And so your body and your nervous system reacts by showing you that you're not comfortable here, you're not safe here. And instead of dissociating again and going into other dimensions, going into meditation, whatever, you show yourself and you train yourself to feel safe in your body. This is why inside activation, we focus not just on regulating your nervous system, but on expanding the capacity of your nervous system to face discomfort. Because that is the very key that unlocks your next level, and then your next level, and then your next level. But if you choose to always stay comfortable, nothing changes. And this is something I see in people who are still stuck in their first stage of their spiritual awakening. And I don't mean stuck in a judgmental way. I mean that somehow it's all part of it, and we need to go through certain things before we go to other things. But a lot of my friends and a lot of people that I see that are still stuck in the first stage of their spiritual awakening, they are still dissociating. And see if this resonates. Everything is an illusion. We are all one. Everything is connected. Looking for signs, looking for synchronicities, divine timing. Oh, let's not do that now because Mercury is retrograde. Oh, this kind of energy. Oh, I'm channeling. I'm doing light language. I am meditating to manifest abundance. But you're not actually doing anything about it. You're meditating and visualizing about your dream life. But when you open your eyes, you're not at all embodied in that. The second stage of your spiritual awakening is when you realize that no one is coming to save you. You get to be the savior in your own life and the hero of your own story. This is not about being a victim or about not having help. This is about understanding and feeling and knowing that we have the capacity to transform every story in our life and to become the one we are dreaming of. The life you desire and the you that you visualize in your meditations living your best life, it's right here. So in the first stage of our spiritual awakening, we are visualizing and manifesting and writing affirmations and praying and taking oracle cards and asking the spirit guides for for guidance and doing all the energy healing and medicine work and quantum healing and channeling light language to unlock your abundance or your purpose or whatever. But if when you open your eyes, you're not living that reality, this is the awakening of the second stage of your spiritual awakening. Now it's time for you to start acting like that version of you who you meditated about. But guess what? It gets really uncomfortable before it gets easy. And this is why most people fail and most people give up. Because it's hard, because it's challenging. But again, we are the ones that get to face these challenges and rise above each one of them more powerful, more activated. And in doing so, we are also able to inspire and guide and support others at a much higher capacity. So this second stage of your spiritual awakening is about you taking charge of your own life, taking full responsibility, and guiding yourself through the discomfort it takes for your growth to occur. The second stage of your spiritual awakening is no longer about meditating or visualizing or saying affirmations. It's about taking action. It's about being so fully in your body that you are very aware when you are feeling uncomfortable, but you still move. In the first stage of your spiritual awakening, you are waiting for divine timing. You are waiting for Mercury to not be retrograde. You are waiting for your spirit guides to give you the signs and give you like, yes, go this way, do this thing. The second stage, you move. The second stage, you are moving. You are constantly moving and you are constantly evolving. And this is when you realize that life itself, even the objects that look like they are not moving, everything is always moving. And the universe and your potential and your higher self, they want you to move. And they know the discomfort you will go through, and they know how worth it all is. So this is my invitation for you today. What is your choice today and every day? Are you choosing to stay regulated, or are you choosing to stay and keep expanding? This is the difference from people who reach a plateau of their comfort zone and stay there because it's too scary. It's too scary to be seen. It's too scary to get uncomfortable. It's too scary to face the anxiety. It's too scary to go into the unknown. And the people who see that plateau as the very portal and initiation into their metamorphosis. And again, we are going through these choices every single day. And sometimes we don't notice it. Sometimes it's how late you go to bed, how early you wake up. Do you go to the gym or you don't go to the gym? Do you eat healthier or not? Do you go into the unknown or you stay comfortable? Every single day and every single moment of your life, you are constantly being given the choice to regulate or to expand. And here's the thing. When you choose to regulate, yes, you will be comfortable, but you will stay the same. When you choose to expand, you will get uncomfortable, but it will be so freaking worth it. And your potential, your dreams, your desires, your purpose, your impact, your money, your friendships, your relationships, your embodiment is in the expansion. The comfort zone is what's familiar. It's what you already know. So for those of us who know they are here for more, who are here to be of service to others, who are here to dream and live your dream. To not just dream about your perfect dream life, but to live it. We all know that it's time to choose expansion over regulation. This is what we do inside Activation and inside my world. It's not just about getting comfortable when it gets comfortable, when it gets uncomfortable, and like go back into meditation or just do a somatic practice and stay there. No, it's about doing the work and then showing up, and doing the work and showing up, and realizing that showing up is doing the work. This is also not about pushing ourselves over our limits in an unhealthy, hustling way. No, this is just about expanding our capacity more and more, every day, consistently and exponentially, in a way that feels good to you. So it's not about staying comfortable and never growing and never evolving, but it's also not about hustling and grinding and hard work and like push. No, there is a balance. There is an alignment of your energy and your action. This is what we do in my world. And this is what I invite you to do in your own life as well. Will you choose to stay comfortable and regulated? And guess what? Sometimes what you think is comfort and regulation is actually extremely unhealthy and uncomfortable and dysregulated. Yeah. Yep. The life you are used to living that feels comfortable, that feels regulated, most of the times it's actually dysregulated and it's actually unhealthy. Because your soul knows you are here for more. You know you are here for more. And it's like your potential is like inside of you, wanting to be expressed and expanded. And so don't fool yourself to think that your comfort zone is where regulation is. Because sometimes, most of the times, it is not. And it's in our expansion that we find the aliveness of life. Because life is not about always being regulated. It's about being fully alive, and sometimes it's really hard. And sometimes we go through heartbreaks and challenges and grief and loss and turmoil and all of it. So this is not about protecting yourself from life. It's about, all of this is part of what it means to be human. It's part of what it means to be alive. So again, it's not about staying in our comfort zones and actually being dysregulated, just because we are so used to that comfort zone that we don't really even realize that we are dysregulated. It's like we are turned off from life itself. It's like we are asleep. And how funny is it, oh my God, how funny is it that so many spiritual people talk about being awake and woke, but then most of them are apathic and asleep in their comfort zones because it feels familiar. But they don't realize that they are fully disconnected from life, from aliveness, from their power, from their potential. So if we say we are the awakened ones, then let us be awake. Being awake doesn't mean that you protect yourself from life. It means that you live life to its fullest. It means that sometimes you will face pain and discomfort and challenges, and your heart will break into a million pieces. But it also means that you have the capacity to hold yourself through it all and to lead yourself through it all. And it's only when you are able to lead yourself that you are then able to guide and support others. So for those of us as well who feel that they have a mission to be of service to others, first and foremost, you need to be able to lead yourself. And one of the most basic and important ways for us to lead ourselves is to know how to self-regulate, but also not just regulate. Let me know if that resonates, because I know it does. And I know so many of us need to hear this, but that's also the thing. It's not about you hearing this. It's about you being this. I've been sharing this a lot lately. Information itself doesn't really move you. Only activation moves you. So if you're listening to this and you're aware of your comfort zone, but you don't do anything to expand it, you stay the same. But when you listen to this and something clicks and something shifts and you're like, oh, I know exactly what I am avoiding. And I know exactly what I need to do. And then you go and you do it. This is when you expand. If you watch this video and nothing changes again, just choosing regulation. When you watch this video and something in the way you act and in the way you lead yourself changes, then you are expanding your capacity. Then you are evolving. So please don't use this video or any of my posts, anything I do, as an excuse to consume more information, but then not changing anything. I'm not here for that. I'm not here to give you information that you consume as a way to self-regulate and to stay hidden and small. My work, my videos, my message is about you listening to it and making a change. And if you need support, you can join us inside Activation. You don't have to do it all by yourself. I'm also not doing it all by myself. But that's the thing. We can be in groups of people that are all taking action towards their dreams and their lives. But I cannot take action for you and you cannot take action for me. We can be in a space that fuels our fire, where we inspire and activate each other. But my action you cannot take, and your action I cannot take for you. Please don't use this video as another way for you to consume information, to distract yourself from the things you know you need to do. Please be brave enough to be really real and raw with yourself and take the necessary action you know you need to take that will propel you into your next level. So for those of you who want to take action and are ready to take action and to face the discomfort, to go into next level after next level after next level, because it's not just about going into your next level. There's always another level after that. You can join us inside Activation, and there you will have the full support daily, because I'm there with you daily to support you in your expansion. And there I will see you, I will be there with you, and I will move with you. And we will expand together and activate each other together. So you don't have to do it all by yourself. You get to be supported. You get to be in a safe group of people who are expanding, but you do need to take the action. That's just it. We are not here to just meditate. We are not here to just transcend this reality. We are here to actually live and experience life to its fullest. And this life is about taking action. It's about doing physical things. It's about enjoying yourself in this world, in your body, in your life. So I've done my part, and now it's your move. What will you choose? Will you choose to stay regulated in your comfort zone, which, as I said, might even be actually dysregulated? Or will you choose to expand and evolve? I will leave it up to you. Bless you all so much, and I will see you on the next one.